Tory Lanez, aka the Leprechaun's new trial request has just been denied, and I love everything about it. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reads video. We got a lot of things to discuss today. Something quick, something cute, something for the summertime. Period. Come on, sweetie. I hope y'all enjoying y'all Tuesday, child. We got to talk about this Tory Lanez trial situation. This judge has just denied a new trial request by his lawyers. They said, girl, nope. So Tory Lanez is anywhere from 9 years to 22 years, a minimum of 9 years to 22 years, like, you know, being sent to prison. Like, we don't know as of now. The stuff is supposed to be coming out later on today, but I'm recording my video before the information. But I just, you know, recorded during the time they said that a request for a new trial has just been denied. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about Ginuwine falling off the stage. Girl, that was hilarious. Ginuwine is always in some internet sensation mess. I love it. We got to talk about the baby. He's trying to rebrand. He got a new song that's like being viral on TikTok right now, and he's trying to like come back. And I have some thoughts on that. Cardi B got on Instagram Live and she talked about the new album coming. She also said some other stuff. Also this conversation with, who is it, Rory and Mal, talking about Ice Spice benefiting from colorism. I'm going to tug and I'm going to pull and I'm going to discuss. Also, we got to add another housewife who's filing for divorce or will eventually be a divorce housewife is Kim Zociak. She just filed for divorce, her and Kroy. And there's a lot going on because apparently they owe $1.something million in taxes, baby. Let me tell you something, Uncle Sam, don't play. Beyonce, girl, your tour is on May the 10th. Are you ready? You gonna be there? Are you showing up? We want to know because we want to figure this out. But before we get into any of this, let's go ahead and get into this mental health check-in. My mental health is doing really, really well. I'm feeling amazing. This week is starting off very smooth for me. I'm getting content put out. I am in my bag working on stuff. I have not been to the gym today or yesterday, but I will definitely be going tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. I'm loving the energy that I'm getting from like going to sleep on time and like just having just energy and just feeling good waking up is so important. I'm not encouraging everybody to go to the gym, but even something that's good as like going to bed on time. Like, girl, put the phone down, go to sleep. Go to sleep and you will wake up and sometimes you will feel good. Sometimes you will feel good. So like that's like small little things that we can do to make ourselves like, you know, feel better and stuff. So yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm also on antidepressants, so that's definitely helping too. But that's all I got. Make sure you are supporting me on Patreon if you can. There are two conversations I will be definitely talking about. There's this one conversation about teachers taking students' phones. And I have a lot to say on that because I've been looking at the conversation. I'm like, okay, this makes sense, this makes sense. And I've seen some stuff and I was just like, ooh, y'all anti-blackness is jumping out like real bad, real bad. So we got to talk about that because some people were arguing some really, really good things. I will be talking about this on Patreon because, girl, that's where it feels safe at. So I will be discussing that. Also, the conversation about this girl who had a pink and green outfit on that she bought from Express. Apparently got harassed by some AKAs and they kind of like one AKA checked her and said, hey girl, what's going on? Like, are you AKA? And she said, girl, you ain't supposed to be wearing that. I will be talking about that too. I was like, girl, this is a key. So support me on Patreon if you can. It's little, the entryway is $5 a month tier if you can. And I would love that. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get to the tea for today. The tea for today is Tory Lanez denied new trial by LA judge. Rapper now awaits sentencing for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. So this has just been reported. I'm recording this while this story just came out probably an hour ago. And I was like, I was waiting to hear it because, you know, LA is like 3 hours behind. But I kind of figured it's going to be denied. This is from People magazine. Tory Lanez has been denied a new trial after being convicted in December 2022 of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. The 30-year-old rapper who is currently in jail now awaits sentencing. His request for a new trial was rejected by Los Angeles Superior Court Judge David Hereford on Tuesday per the outlet. One day prior, Lanez's attorney, Jose Baez, argued that his being found guilty of assault with a semi-automatic firearm carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle and discharging a firearm with gross negligence was due to procedural errors, prosecutorial misconduct, discovery violations, and ineffective counsel. Girl, denied. The rapper's sentencing date has not yet been set. He faces up to 22 years and 8 months in prison and has been in jail since the verdict was read in December. So, girl, it's a wrap. Like, Tory Lanez was begging and pleading and telling the judge, hey, I'm a black man. Like, look, I can be your son. Like, think about that when you're sentencing me. None of this energy was like out during the last 3 years. Like, Tory Lanez spent the last 3 years harassing Megan Thee Stallion. You spent since this incident, you have spent so much time, you and your team and your people and your idiotic fan base has been harassing Megan Thee Stallion non-stop online. And now you want to beg for forgiveness? Hell no. Lock him up. Period. Get Kamala. Cause this ain't making no sense, like no remorse, no nothing. Tory Lanez could have honestly been on some type of apologetic tour during the last couple of years and just like, I guess he just said, let me go full-fledged, I didn't do it. And he could have honestly just used that as a quote-unquote defense, but you out here doing music videos, chopping up feet, you sitting here linking up to the baby, you just doing stuff erratic, and I hope, honestly, that the judge takes into account that. I know they, like, quote-unquote, really can't, but you spent so much time, like, harassing and enticing her for years, and now you want here ask for, like, OB link. Hell no. Lock the leprechaun up. That's the what's name I'm behind. Lock the leprechaun up, period. Like, so we can all move on from this. Like, Tory Lanez did what he wanted to do, and now he got to pay for it. This is what he said. I come to you today as a wrongfully convicted black man, not asking for sympathy nor compassion, but for you to simply do what is fair in the right of the laws of California, and most importantly in the eyes of God. But God, I don't want to, like, girl, but God. Girl, you better go find that pastor that was out here selling that red cloth of healing. Okay, call that 1-800 number and get that red cloth and lay it on your hairline, period, because it's over. It's a chop. Period. Like, Tory Lanez, you could have spent so much time like apologizing to Megan. You did none of that. You did not care. Now you want to care. Now you want to, like, oh, be lenient on me. Like I'm doing, I'm a young black man. It's just not making sense for me, sister. So lock the leprechaun up and feed him Lucky Charms. Period. I don't get it. Like, what's the tea? I don't get it. This is like laughable to me. Like, the fact that he really is out here like asking for some type of leniency. Like, you can't be serious, but this is him. Girl, lock him up, period. But that's what it is. We gonna keep keeping y'all updated on that. Let's move on. Let's talk about Kim Zolciak filing for divorce. Kim Zolciak, girl, filing for divorce from Kroy, child. I am not surprised. We've been hearing stories that Kim Zolciak is, dealing with some financial stuff. She owes the IRS. They both owe the IRS over $1 million. Girl, Kim Zolciak of the Real Housewives of Atlanta fame and former NFL husband Kroy Beyonce are deep in the hole owing a ton of unpaid taxes, some of which has built up from a decade ago. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, the couple owes at $1.1 million to the IRS for unpaid taxes, interest, and penalties from 2013, 2017, and 2018. They also owe the state of Georgia $15,000 for unpaid taxes for 2018. Ooh, I hate paying taxes in Georgia, child. I need to call them. Because I probably owe them some too. They're going to be knocking that back up. As we reported, this news comes after their massive country club mansion in Alpharetta, Georgia, which was heavily featured on Real Housewives of Atlanta, entered foreclosure in February, with Truist Banking hiring a law firm to handle the process. Foreclosure, girl, the girls are dragging it. Kim Zolciak, I don't know. This is why I made that comment about Sonya spending $100,000 on that party. Some people come in and said, oh, Sonya has an NBC check. Let me tell you something. I get that. I get Sonya is like, she got some stuff going on. But in all actuality, she's spending a lot of money, and she's falling into what happens with a lot of the girls on Real Housewives franchise. They spend a lot of money to make it seem like they got some money, and they don't. They be living above their means. And girl, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. I mean, I can tell Sonya, like, it's no shade, but I can just tell, like, she ain't out. She, you know, this boost on Real Housewives of Atlanta has helped her, but like, she ain't getting no big deals, no big endorsements, and she ain't getting no big checks on this show. $100,000 is a lot of money to spend on just a party. That's a lot of money. Like, girl, only person I can see making that make sense is Candy. Like, that's the only person, like $100,000, like it's irresponsible. Like, it's just irresponsible. And it's not a drag to Sonya, because I think she's a good person, and her husband, I just think that was a lot of money to be spending on a one event for Housewives of Atlanta, girl. But she was trying to show out for the folks. And girl, that's how they get trapped. Same thing with Kim. Now she divorcing Kroy, because girl, she done ran this man's pockets dry. Dry. Let me tell you something. These reality shows are not paying them big checks like they was in the 2012, 2016, 17. This is not happening. I know I made a mistake and I misquoted and said that Candy, on my Real Housewives of Atlanta review, I said that Candy makes probably like $500,000 per season on Housewives. Somebody said she makes $1 million. I have not really seen too much about this current season or last season. But that's not what they used to make. They used to make $2 million per season. They were getting big checks. The fact that these girls have to go on these spin-off shows to work shows us that they have to do more work to get the money that they get close to what they were making. And if you don't see that, I don't know what to tell you. The ratings for Real Housewives of Atlanta has fallen. Yes, we can put into account streaming and all that other stuff. I know how it works, because when Real Housewives of Atlanta has a really, really good episode, people go and watch the reviews on YouTube. They're not watching. So many of the people who watch me said, girl, I ain't watched that episode because I don't watch the show no more, but I'll watch you talk about it. People are not watching these shows. They're not hot like they used to no more. They're not. What makes reality shows work is that it's sometimes cheaper to produce, because you're not spending money on writers and all this other stuff. You're spending money on producers and stuff. And sometimes these folks got to film their own stuff. Sometimes, like, they're not spending a lot of money. You can tell from the green screens on this new season that the budget went down. They're not making as much money because they're not getting the ratings. So if the ratings are up, the checks, we used to hear every season that the girls would talk about how they ask for more money. Like Nene would request more money, like, hey, she would negotiate, I need a higher pay because the ratings were given. Nene was one of the highest paid on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was making 2-point-something million per season. They're not making that no more. They're not. So I don't know, y'all be trying to come up with y'all. People are not watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. They just not. People are not watching Real Housewives, period. Streaming, all of that. And Bravo knows that. They know that. But those are my thoughts, and I just hope that the girls don't fall into the trap, because Kim Zolciak is a victim of that, and I don't think it honestly took Real Housewives of Atlanta for her to fall victim of. I don't feel bad for Kim, because she has a nasty spirit, and she is racist as hell. Like, them comments she made about Candace staying in that area and stuff like that, like, she was saying some real shady racist stuff. Like, that's why she owed $1 million in taxes, dumbass. Moving on, because I want to talk about her because my list's about to fall off. Let's talk about Ginuwine falling off. Ginuwine performed for the Lovers and Friends Festival, and girl, he jumping down off the stage and fell between the stage and trying to grab the interpreter. First of all, why do y'all have a white interpreter for these black performers? Hello? Like, why do y'all have this white man up here? Like, what's going on? Y'all can't find no black person to do this. I hope y'all look for a black person, because y'all got black folks up here performing, black artists performing, rappers, artists, which they're gonna be saying the N-word. So what you doing? What type of sign language is you doing for the N-word as a white man? Like, what you doing? Like, girl, what? I got a comment, but y'all ain't gonna get me flagged. Girl, that ain't making no sense to me. But Ginuwine falling down off the stage. Another viral moment for him. Another one, thank you. Hilarious. Hilarious. I'm like, girl, If one thing Ginuwine gonna do is embarrass himself and go viral on social media. Like, girl, that other video and him tweaking when him and Tyrese, and who was that? Who was it? It was Tyrese and the other, I can't think of his name. Tank. Tyrese, Tank, and Ginuwine. Ginuwine was tweaking like he was tweaking. He was tweaking out. And Tyrese and Tank, Tyrese was so mad, Tank tried not to laugh. I need to find that clip because it was so funny. Like, he was, he was tweaking. Geeked up, yeah, I'm geeked up. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Let's move on and talk about Cardi B. Cardi B said the new album is coming soon. She did an Instagram live and she was talking about a couple of things on this Instagram live. I think she was kind of just, you know, talking about the fact that, hey, like, you know, these folks gonna get popular, they're gonna pop off based off of folks liking them. Some people said she might have been referencing the conversation about colorism with Ice Spice. Other folks said she was just basically just talking about her because Cardi B was known before Love and Hip Hop. She got asked to be on Love and Hip Hop because she had a big following on social media. She's likable. The people liked her. They liked her. She was funny. She was fun online. And, you know, she got on Love and Hip Hop and she actually put out some good music that the girls was liking, and she was able to grow from that. Some people think that she was defending Ice Spice because Rory and Mal did a podcast and they were talking about Ice Spice, and they were just saying, yeah, light-skinned folks benefit from colorism or da-da-da-da, but you generally think that Ice Spice, like, is that all? Because, you know, she might have some talent, and this girl said she don't have no talent. And I'm so glad that folks are feeling comfortable saying that. Not to say that Ice Spice is the bad person, but Ice Spice is not a rapper. She's not a performer. She's triple threat, girl. She's not even one threat, to be honest. Like, and just looking at all of the other girls who've been out here rapping, putting out good music, performing, doing all this other stuff. Ice Spice came, all the performances I've seen that have been recorded are terrible. She done been able to meet up with Kim Kardashian, hang out, do TikToks with her daughter. She's been able to go to the Met Gala 1 year into this situation. Like, girl, you can't tell me this ain't colorism. And the girls are living through her. So let me tell you something. Let's have a conversation. Because the folks who are standing Ice Spice down, oh my gosh, she's a moment. Y'all feel, all of these rap girls are a moment. All of them are a moment. All of them are fun. All of them are doing their thing. But what it is about Ice Spice that makes it a moment and makes it fun for y'all is because she is light-skinned and she is desirable. Oh, you talking about that? Because I heard about some girl who got mad, and you know who you are. Johnson says everything is about colorism. That's because everything is. We live in an anti-black world. So if you're tired of hearing about that as a light-skinned person, I don't know what to tell you. But people want to be around Ice Spice. They like her because she is desirable. She is light-skinned. She is, quote-unquote, beauty. Nobody wants to, like y'all say it all the time on social media, y'all want to be around ugly friends, y'all want to be around bad bitches. Why these other girls y'all look at them bad bitches? These ain't the girls that y'all want to be seen. Y'all want to be seen with Ice Spice, like the light-skinned baddie. Like, y'all want to act like we've moved from colorism? No, the hell we not. We've not. Like, y'all want to pretend that y'all still are not, what's the name, by colorism? You still are. You still are. And then the moment we say something, because somebody unfollowed me on Twitter because I said something about, Ice Spice is not talented like that. She's not talented. I'm just so sorry. Like, the rap, the performance is everything else. Like, girl, it's just not giving. Like, it's just not giving. Like, honestly, she's a better rapper than Sweetie, to be honest. And I choose Sweetie up too, because Sweetie was getting her there, performance was terrible. Everything. Ice Spice doing the same thing. She's doing the same thing. But it's better. It's better, but it's still not necessarily good. Now, I listen to songs. I tap my foot to one or two of them. In her mood, it's cute. But, like, if you got other girls that's out here performing their ass off, rapping their asses off, doing all this other stuff, live performances, giving triple threat, why are they not advancing the same way this girl advancing? When we know Ice Spice can't perform live. She can't perform live. Like, What? It's just not given. It's colorism. Like you can't remove colorism from Ice Spice. You just can't. You just can't. Like you can't remove colorism from Beyonce. Beyonce is extremely talented. She benefits from colorism too, but Beyonce is talented. But people do give her more, more eyes because of colorism. She's been able to excel, but that's not been the only reason. But she does get looks because of that. But Beyonce is extremely talented. When she gets on that stage, she eats it up. When she puts out this music. And to Homegirl who did their reaction video to Beyonce's Renaissance album, that whole review was anti-black as hell. I don't care what you say. You cannot tell me you listen to Beyonce. Like some of the comments that Homegirl was making in that video, girl, was so anti-black. It was so coded. It was so coded. Like, it just seemed like that you was upset to be listening to nigga music. That's what it was giving to me. And looking at the history, I'm not really surprised. But y'all loved Homegirl, whatever. I ain't saying I don't like her, because I think she's funny. Her stuff is funny, but like, girl, how she responded to the album, that whole review was anti-black as hell. It just, girl, that whole review was anti-black. And the way she seemed like she was disgusted. Like, girl, please, the disrespect that you gave was enough, to quote my girl. But what else I wanted to talk about? Oh, child, I'm in this talking about DaBaby. DaBaby did an interview, and he's talking about that if he went back in 2021, he would have redid how he reacted to the whole homophobia thing. He was like, how he reacted was not, it was not good. Da da da. Listen to how he explains it. It seems like he's more interested in protecting the image versus understanding what he said was wrong. Like, it doesn't sound like he sounds like he's like feels bad for the stuff that he said or I made folks. Feels like, oh, because y'all chewed me up. What you need to be apologizing for, you need to be apologizing to Megan. You need to be out the same way you was chewing her up online and in public. Is the same way you need to be apologizing to her. That's what you didn't get quote unquote counseled or whatever, folks start messing with you because of homophobia. I think that just added to it. But your main fan base, let's be honest, were black gay men and black women. That was your audience, and you pissed them off. Like, straight black men was not listening to you like that. They don't even take you serious with your rap. But you went over there and they gassed you up for a minute and I ain't listening to you no more. What does that say, sister? Like, what does that say? So you did what you did, you said what you said, and I know the song is, getting a little attention, but girl, I don't think this is going to revive his career. I think he's going to continue to be on the downward because he's just not really that talented. Like, he's just, somebody said the beat was giving, I Just Want to Rock. It was giving like the Uzi type of situation, and child, I can see it. So girl, DaBaby, that is not what you need to worry about. It's how you responded to Megan Thee Stallion and how you treated her after that incident that didn't make sense. I got to arguing, a couple of folks were like, she should have never worked with Cardi, and that's why Nicki don't mess with her because she went behind her back. I was like, girl, shut the hell up. You know how stupid you sound? Oh, girl. 40-year-old men, like 35-year-old men out here being stands. I can't, not for men. But that's all I got. These are my thoughts. Long video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoying y'all beautiful Tuesday. And until next time, I'll talk y'all later. Bye.